I don't know how to start this. I've been keeping a secret.
Commissioner!
This is one of those classic YouTuber frames where it looks like my life is together, but the ground is covered in everything. And so in this video, I'm going to reveal what I've been hiding for essentially at least definitely 3 to 4 months, but more realistically like 6 months. I am moving to London. Yes, as of May, I will be moving to London from Sydney, Australia. I'm very excited, very nervous. I've kept it a secret because I wanted to make sure all the people in my life knew first. I wanted to make sure my job knew before, in case they found out like this. But regardless, secret's out. I'm moving to London. Am I scared? Yes. Am I excited? Yes. Am I nervous? Yes. Do I have a mental breakdown every few days? Yes. Although I have been keeping you guys in the dark essentially about what's been happening the last 3 months, I have been filming, so I will be putting all of the stuff you've missed at the end of this video. But first I thought I'm just going to go over why I'm moving and why I'm moving to London specifically, because they're probably the questions people want to know, maybe. Why am I moving? I don't even know. Daniel got a transfer through work is the short answer. The longer, more complicated, more honest answer is that I had an epiphany and I was just realized I always live by the rule that in life, you only get one life, do what makes you happy. If you're not happy, change it. You are the master of your own life, make it what you want. And I've always wanted to move to London, always. And if you've been watching a long time, you'll know that I made videos when I was in London in September last year saying, I'd like to live here, I'd like to do this, but that was honestly just a pipe dream. At the time, I used to even say that I was gonna wait until my parents were passed away, get my inheritance, and then buy a place in London, because then they couldn't say no or be upset. So I was literally waiting till everyone died to do what I wanted. And I was like, that's not the way to live. Also, nothing in life is guaranteed at all. So like, don't wait around, be proactive. So over the past year or two, I started feeling like I'd achieved everything I could in Australia. So I felt like I was essentially just waiting out the year for my 3 weeks of holiday a year, which I know by Australia, like by global standards, 3 weeks of holiday is good. Because of how far Australia is, to travel anywhere is at least 10 to 15 hours. So Australians always seem to take the leave in bulk. So you always take like 3 weeks in bulk a year. So you wait a full year before having any holiday. I know to Americans, they're probably like, that's great because America has like the worst leave system. I'm not getting into that. So I felt like I was waiting my entire year for these 3 weeks that I actually enjoyed myself. And I was like, what is my existence if I'm like wishing away years of my life just for 3 weeks? And the rest of the time I was here, I was just watching my friends achieve these life milestones, which is fantastic. I want them to live their best lives. But I felt like my life was being defined by everybody else's achievements, not my own achievements. I wasn't doing anything productive for myself because I was watching everybody else achieve their dreams, whether that be get married, have a baby, get a job, whatever it is. And my dream has always been to travel, so if that's all I could do for 3 weeks, that was not a good return on investment for my time, essentially, is how I looked at it. And having my life defined by everybody else's achievements is not how I want to look back on my own life. I like living by the principle that if your life were a film or a book, you would want to watch it. And 95% of the time, I wouldn't want to watch my own movie. Like, it's just a lot of mundane, same routine. And I've done some great things. Like, I'm not saying like, woe is me, I've had a crap life. I've had a great life, and that's why I've stuck around for so long. And I've achieved a lot of things. Like I've run marathons, I've switched to veganism, which was a big achievement in itself. Been bridesmaid 4 times, I've been bride, I've done a lot of good things, but I just can't think of anything now. I don't know if there's anything left for me here that I haven't already done. And I've always regretted not doing a gap year. So I was like, well, let's just go and live in London and then we can travel around. It's like a gap year but getting paid. So we figured if we were going to do this at all, now is the best possible time because I've just turned 27, so I have no kids, committed relationship, financially stable, no dependents, except for Bambi, but she's coming, so it's fine. And when the opportunity presented itself at Daniel's work, would be stupid not to take it. They're literally handing me everything I've always wanted. So we took it and that was that. Since then I've been packing up my life, which has been a little bit stressful, I'll be honest. That's why I'm leaving Australia basically and why I want to move abroad, but the question is why specifically the UK or why specifically London? Specifically London in the UK is that's where a lot of the work is for me with my career. The other answer is that I just love the UK in general and I love London. If you've been following me for a while, you'll know that I go on about it all the time. I'm obsessed. I visited, the first time I went was in 2015 and it was my second country I'd ever visited. I'd been to America and I'd been then to London. And I loved it, and I don't know, and I just felt so at home and it felt like I finally fit in. Whether that was because of my personality or because I was brought up on like a lot of British TV and Harry Potter was my life, it still is my life, hashtag Gryffindor forever. I don't know. I've never felt so at home anywhere and something didn't know I was missing. However, that was 2015. I have been a lot of places, I've done a lot of things since then, and then we went back last year in September, and I was really interested to see if I still enjoyed the London and the UK as much as I did the first time, now that I've done 40 something countries. Like, did I just enjoy London because it was my second country I'd ever been to, or was it a genuine love that was justified, you know? Like, I didn't know if I was just excited about a holiday and I transferred those feelings. I didn't. The second we got back to London on this last trip, we both kind of just knew that this is where we belonged and this is where we felt the most at home. And that's the kind of the first place Daniel said, like, I can get a transfer I can put in for a transfer and we can try and do this the least stressful way possible. Because it always just seems so hard to leave everything behind and not go without a job. So going with the job is always good. Why I feel more at home in London than Australia, I wish I could tell you. Culture-wise, Australia being a British colony is like not too dissimilar in a sense, so a lot of our cultural intricacies come from the UK. I'd say to be fair dinkum, I've never said that word in my life, fair dinkum Aussie, so that's not how people, a fair dinkum Aussie is like, oh, fair dinkum. Be a bogan, I don't know. Am I even Australian? I don't know. Anyways, to be a traditional Australian, you would be sports loving, beer drinking, beach loving, thongs or flip-flops wearing person. Have you met me? There is nothing more awkward than me at a sports game. I don't drink beer. The beach is okay. I don't mind it. Does anyone hate? I suppose some people do hate the beach. I burn a lot, so it's very stressful. I have to watch the time and worry because I might turn into a lobster. And I rarely wear flip-flops, so I don't know what happened. And I'm aware that a lot of the things I just said are actually also found in England. Like, I know there's a lot of sports culture, big drinking culture. That is the exact same. I think the UK has a bit more of a rich tapestry of culture. There's a few more threads that run through it. In terms of intricacy of threads of culture, Australia is a Hessian sack and the UK is a 19th century tapestry on the wall. It's just so much richer, there's so much more to offer. The UK, while having basically everything we have here, also has royals, a monarchy, history, the art, all the museums. They pillaged everything in the world. That's all there. It's all in their museums. I've never have to get a flight longer than 9 hours while living in London. It takes 5 hours to leave Australia. Like, it's so big. And if you want to go the other way, it's 15 to LA. It's like I am trained like military at long haul flights at this point. The idea that I can get a 2-hour flight to Berlin is amazing. It's just, The things I won't miss about Australia, I'm not gonna miss the sports. I won't miss the snakes and the spiders that get as big as my hand, nor will I miss the sun that literally just burns me when I go outside for 10 minutes. But I'm definitely not gonna miss Australia's answer to UKIP and Trump, which is Pauline Hanson and the One Nation Party. But I'm so excited to be able to walk on soft green grass. That sounds so mundane. Our grass is spiky and sharp because it's so dry here that all of the leaves and blades of grass are stiff. And there's also bindies, which I've only just realized bindies are an Australian thing. There's little things in the grass that stab into your feet. They're like little needles that stab into your feet. See, these are things, this is what I've lived with, and the trauma I have normalized over 27 years. I should be able to walk on grass without fear. I can't. I look forward to the $50 flights around Europe and never having a flight longer than 10 hours. But most of all, I am so excited to have seasons matching the celebrations. Easter in spring? Yes, please. Halloween in autumn? Oh my God, I would love it. And Christmas in winter? I've only dreamed. I've only dreamed of not even a white Christmas. Give me a cold Christmas. Give me Christmas sweaters. Links to all my videos ranting about Christmas in Australia below. Strong feelings about it. Despite all the smack talk I've dished out on Australia, I will say the one thing I'm going to miss more than anything is going to be chicken salt. No, I'm joking, it's my family. All my friends and family here, and I see them all very regularly, so not having that constant in my life is going to be a challenge, but I'm very fortunate that it's 2019 and that there is Skype and social media so we can stay in contact. And the good thing is a lot of my friends love traveling, so I can meet up with them all around Europe, which I'm already got a few on the card. So I don't like doing things I know I'm gonna forget, if that makes sense. So mundane things. I'd rather go on a holiday for a few days with someone, somewhere exciting and new and something you're gonna remember, than going to dinner every single week, because I know I'm gonna forget those, because nothing important's happening, we're just going out of obligation. So I get to have a lot more quality versus quantity time with the people I love, so that's a positive spin on it. So the last 3 months have been some of the most stressful, heartbreaking, exciting, emotional months of my entire life, but my life motto, and I'll put it on my gravestone, is always nothing worth having in life comes easy. So that means I'm gonna have some great times ahead of me because this has been hard AF. So I think I have actually summed up all of my reasoning. Hopefully it wasn't too rambly. You can tell me in the comments if I have been rambling a lot. Probably, I tend to ramble. Essentially, why I guess it's why I'm leaving and why I'm going to London. I've decided that I'm gonna vlog the whole process of packing up my life and moving, because since I haven't been able to express what I've been going through, I've actually been relying quite heavily on moving vlogs to get me through. And there's not really that much of what I'm doing, which is hard when you want, a support network. So I'm gonna put out videos of packing up my life here, moving out of this house, which I move out of in 3 days, which is crazy because, as you can see, I haven't done anything. And then the flight over, and then adjusting to my new life there, which will be good for you guys and friends and family that end up watching this. So I have been filming along the way, getting my visa approved, which I can do a whole video on that because that's doing my visa, packing up the house in bits and pieces, and all that sort of stuff, which I'll pop at the end. But if you want to follow the mental breakdowns along in real time, my Instagram is below. It is always on my stories with whatever current thing is causing me to break down. So if you don't want to miss any of the moving vlogs, which I love a moving vlog regardless of where you're going, make sure you hit subscribe. I'm going to be vlogging, packing up this stuff, cleaning out my bathroom because I have way too much crap. This is gonna seem weird. I don't even know if I'll put this in. While looking for moving vlogs, I found a lot of cleaning vlogs. Is that a thing people watch? I do that for free. I could be making money on this. Anyways, so I'm gonna do Marie Kondoing my life, because I have to take basically a 4-bedroom house that I've been living in and condensing it into 2 suitcases. And what I prioritize to be important, Daniel does not. Points of contention. I am 1000% rambling now. I'm happy the secret's finally out and I can finally tell you, because I've been so about everything, but now you can also with me. It's great. I have a trip planned, because it's me and I always have a trip planned. I have a trip planned before we move, because that seemed like a good idea at the time, which has really only proved to be make my life way more stressful than it needed to be, but that's fine, it's really fine. I'm gonna look back on this and be like, oof, she was having a rough time. I'm going to Vietnam on my first ever solo trip. Once again, just trying to make my life as stressful as possible. I did this to myself. All of this is self-inflicted. I'm going to Vietnam before I move to London, so I'm gonna put up some Vietnam vlogs before the London vlogs happen. So yeah, hit subscribe, but if you see some Vietnam stuff, don't worry, I'm still moving to London. I didn't move to Vietnam. Anyways, I will see you in Vietnam. Alright, bye. Bye. I'm broken. I'm a broken person. I can't